Please be ready for a dictation of Part 6 of the address by the President of India to the joint sitting of two Houses of Parliament, New Delhi, January 29, 2021. 5 seconds. Start. Development-oriented schemes are being implemented on priority by my government in 112 aspirational districts which have fallen behind in the race for development. The tribal brothers and sisters have benefited greatly from this initiative. Works related to marketing of forest products and setting up of small businesses dependent on forest produce, which are the mainstay of livelihood for the tribal community, are also in progress. As a result of these efforts, an additional amount of rupees 600 crore has accrued to the tribal families. Government has increased the MSP on 46 types of forest produce by up to 90%. Honorable members, the advancement of modern technology in India and easy access of every Indian to modern technology are important indicators of progress towards the goal of an Atmanirbhar Bharat, while maintaining the requirement of Do Gaj Ki Duri. The institutions and citizens of our country did not allow the pace of growth to slacken by leveraging the power of Digital India. In December 2020, digital transactions of more than rupees 4 lakh crore have been done through UPI. Today, more than 200 banks are linked to the UPI system. Similarly, DigiLocker is being used as a paperless platform for more than 400 crore digital documents. Through the Umang app, 2 crores of citizens are availing more than 2,000 services. More than 3.5 lakh common service centers are linking people in rural areas to government services. In the same vein, e-stamp service has been launched after amending the Indian Stamp Act. The trinity of Jan Dhan accounts, Aadhaar and mobile, has helped safeguard the rights of people. Because of the JAM trinity, rupees 1,80,000 crore have been saved from falling into wrong hands. My government has also initiated digitization of medical services through the Rashtriya Digital Health Mission. The citizens will be able to avail facilities like digital appointments, digital reports, as well as digital health records through this mission in the coming days. Our very own navigation satellite system, Navik, is also enhancing the prestige of the country. Thousands of fishermen are now benefiting from it. New standards have been set in the form of National Atomic Time Scale and Bharatiya Nirdeshak Dravya Pranali, which were dedicated to the nation recently. These indigenous solutions will help in developing Indian products as per international standards. This technology push is also empowering the democratic institutions of the country. In this direction, through the e-Vidhan app, digitization of legislative assemblies, legislative councils, and both houses of parliament is being undertaken. Implementation of national e-Vidhan application in state legislative assemblies will usher in a new era in facilitating legislative and democratic processes. Honorable members, our parliament is an important medium for ensuring increased engagement of citizens in the democratic process and in fulfilling the aspirations of a new India. During the tenure of previous governments and in the houses of parliament, it has been repeatedly mentioned that the existing building is proving to be insufficient to meet our present day requirements. Efforts had been made by previous governments also for a new parliament building. It is a happy coincidence that the construction of a new parliament house has commenced as we are approaching the 75th year of our independence. With the construction of the new parliament building, every member will get better facilities to enable them to effectively discharge their responsibilities. Honorable members, the pace at which citizens of this country have assimilated technology and change is a testimony to the eagerness with which every Indian is waiting to see the country reach new heights. Keeping in mind the aspirations of the people, my government has been taking speedy decisions and is implementing long-awaited reforms in every sector of the economy. Besides facilitating faceless tax assessment and appeal, several provisions of the Companies Act have been decriminalized by my government in order to encourage entrepreneurship. A GIS-based database of industrial zones has been created to enable delivery of essential services to industries. Information pertaining to more than 5 lakh hectares of industrial land is available through this database. I am happy that espousing the sentiment of Shramev Jayate, both houses of parliament have taken a decision to bring about a transformation in the lives of the labor force. 29 central labor laws have been amalgamated into 4 labor codes. States have also displayed initiative in bringing about these labor reforms. These reforms will result in expansion in the scope of labor welfare, timely payment of wages to laborers, and generation of new employment opportunities. The new labor codes also ensure enhanced and a more equitable participation of the female workforce. Stop.